Hola from the west side. It is me, DC the Purple Diva, and welcome to Not So Random Chat. Happy Thursday, y'all. Happy Thursday. Whew. Before I get into this Corona stuff, because I don't have any choice but to talk about it. It's what's going on where I am, and it's part of the Not So Random Chat. But before I get into that, I did actually see that I put up a video this morning, which was a self-affirmation challenge. I was challenged by one of my mods, 1SP. Shouts out to 1SP official, 1SP. And I then challenged two people. And one of the people that I challenged was Uppity Unicorn. So she's already done hers. I haven't seen it yet, but shouts out to Uppity Unicorn for stepping to the plate and accepting the challenge. Now, y'all, let's get into this coronavirus. Okay. So currently, there are 200 confirmed cases in the state of California. Hey, Matt. Hey, Miss Mahogany. I saw what you said. Before I started the live. So there are like 200 cases in California total. Across the country, we have like about 1,100 confirmed cases. So yeah, it doesn't seem like it's a lot, but it's a lot because it shouldn't even be here. All major sports have shut down, suspended play. National League of baseball. Yeah, they've stopped baseball. We already heard yesterday that the NBA stopped. Soccer is no longer going to be going on. There is no March Madness. Coachella has been moved to October. The gaming convention that happens here in June has been canceled. I was supposed to be going to a funeral this weekend. It's been postponed. Obviously, it was just a celebration of life. You know, they have already buried the man. But could you imagine if they had to actually postpone that part? And then the conference that I was supposed to go to at the end of the month, the women's conference that I was supposed to go to, has been canceled. Well, postponed. We just don't know when it's going to happen. It's probably going to end up happening in the fall. And then the play that I'm in, I don't even know. We have rehearsal tomorrow, but, because of the rules about, gatherings of 250 or more, we may be postponing the play, even though it's supposed to be in April, but it's almost April, y'all. I haven't heard of any churches that are stopping having services here where I am, but I have heard about some churches that are suspending services. That's just not a good look. You're supposed to be people of faith. Hey, DOD. Yeah, you're supposed to be people of faith. Churches closing down. This is the time they really shouldn't. I mean, obviously, you're going to change your practices. You're not going to shake people's hands. You can namaste, namaste, elbow, constantly you need to be washing your hands. We all know the health and safety things that we need to do. But Miss Mahogany has confirmed that there is now a child on the East Coast that's confirmed with the coronavirus, which is the reason why a lot of these schools here in California are seriously thinking about whether they need to take classes to online. But here's the problem, you guys. We can't, a lot of kids don't have internet at home and may not have the, don't have the capabilities. They might not even have a laptop. We can't assume that everyone owns a laptop, or computer. So if they have to switch it to at home, what's going to happen in the situations where the kids don't have internet and don't have computers at home? Are they going to facilitate them having a computer? Are they going to pay for the internet at their house or get free internet there? Hey, 1SP. Thank you so much, 1SP. Speaking of, since you did come in the room, I don't know. I haven't looked at it yet, but one of the people that I challenged, thank you for your challenge to me, but one of the people that I challenged, our own Uppity Unicorn, has already answered the challenge for that self-affirmation. I haven't had a chance to look at it, but she did upload a video. I'm excited. I'm going to see it later. Hey, Miss Pamela. Let me see what your last two comments are, Tatted Hearts. Yeah, y'all, what's the deal with the TP? I mean, who needs that much toilet paper? That part's crazy. I can understand you getting a couple of things of sanitizer. I'm telling people, don't just go to, the expensive stores. Y'all better go to those dollar stores and those 99-cent stores and get you some bleach and, all of that stuff, the non-name brand stuff. I can't wait to watch it. I'm going to watch it later. I've been out, but I did get the notification that she did it. I'm really glad that she did. I wanted her to do that. She's such a beautiful spirit. And I wanted her to, so I can't wait to see what her affirmations were. Yeah, 1SP, this was a really good idea. Thank you so much for challenging me because, I think that by me challenging other people, and it's just going to kind of roll around because each person, hopefully will challenge someone else to do the self-affirmations. That's the whole point. So I hope that they do. Got to thank Mary for challenging you so that you could challenge me. I know that's what I'm saying, Tatted Hearts. The schools aren't closing necessarily grades K through 12, but here's my thoughts. Even though they haven't closed, I think that they need to figure out what they need to do for students that don't have internet at home or don't have computers at home and find a way to make that happen. Because if children start getting this, it's going to start spreading like wildfire at that point. The more kids that, we now have one confirmed case of a child on the East Coast, but if any more kids get it, like in zones like here in California, LA County, which is the second largest school district in the country, y'all. And let me just say to y'all, in Los Angeles County, there are very few cities within Los Angeles County that have their own health department. Most of them are relying on the county health department. The city I live in included. The only cities that I know for sure have their own health departments are the city of Pasadena and the city of Long Beach in Los Angeles County. The majority of the other cities do not have their own. So you think about that. You think about if this starts to blow up in areas where they don't have like a bunch, where it's on the county or on the states to handle this, if it becomes, more widespread. And I know it's a difficult decision for schools to make. You know, I mean, we see some of the colleges have done it. And to me, the bigger risk factor would be our kids. But we want them to be educated. We want to make sure all of that's in place. But I know that LAUSD is looking into what they need to do in case that they do have to do it. And with more and more things closing, like Disneyland is closing as of Saturday, and California Adventures. Now, Disneyland is open 365 days a year. They never close. But they're closing for the rest of the month. After Saturday is I believe the last day that Disneyland will be open. I don't know who's going there though. I know someone who works at Disneyland. I need to ask her. Because I know somebody who works in one of the restaurants at Disneyland. So they're giving them homework packages so that they can do them at home. Okay. See, this is where our country is lagging. Because ideally, our kids should get laptops when they go to grade school, in public school. You know, there are other countries that do that. Ours should be doing that. State by state needs to be doing that. So that when things like this happen, it's a seamless transition to move over to homeschooling.
Don't burn the fries.
I'm not going to burn them. I'm walking to go get these guys their fries or check their fries. They're not cooked. They're not finished though. I just got to move them around. But I'm not burning. I know you guys can hear me. I'm across the room. I'm in the kitchen. I'm in the kitchen. All right, I'm coming back. They're almost done though. They are almost done. Man, guys, this is going to be, I mean, this is I think more serious than our government is telling us, you know. But watch what they do, not what they say. And you notice how things are starting to get ramped up. I mean, when major businesses are shutting down, like the NBA and the National Baseball League, it's serious. And we have two players on the Utah Jazz that have it. One of the players is the reason why why it's starting to spread through their organization. Because, I mean, for those of you who didn't see it, there's he did a conference on Monday, and then he wiped over everything, all the microphones and everything. And they're saying that it's because of his carelessness is the reason why another player got it. That's the reason why. So I guess our melanin may help a little bit because according to sources, the initial player is biracial. So mixed with other stuff. That's going to be good, Miss Mahogany. Yeah, I mean, but I'm surprised that New York hasn't. I don't know what they're going to do. And I feel bad for parents who have to work, you know, and can't be there with their kids to make sure that the homework's being done. for the younger children. I mean, older kids hopefully are more, are disciplined enough to do the homework and understand that they're still in school. They're just doing school at home because of what's going on. Hey, Terry. But, what did I do with that water? Oh, it's over there. I'm going to go grab my water, guys. My throat is getting dry. My throat is getting dry. And I still have half a bottle of my water. That's part of what I'm doing. I'm drinking lots and lots and lots of water. Other thing is when you go out, when you come home, wash your face. So that you don't transfer any germs. Because, a lot of us touch our faces. So hands and face when you get home. I know. Connecticut is on the ball. But Newsom, the governor of California, is not playing either. I mean, and then within the city of LA and pretty much Los Angeles County, they've canceled any event that's 50 or more people. 50 or more people. We're not even getting it up. So that automatically cancels out everything else. So there's conferences and other things that have been canceled. And I'm wondering how this is affecting Las Vegas. With all those concerts that are going on and everything, with people who are doing residence shows and everything. I wonder how this is impacting the shows. I mean, a lot of those shows have already been sold out, but are people coming to the shows that they bought tickets for is the question. Or are they canceling their reservations at hotels in Vegas? Because there's lots of open spaces in there. Yeah, the kids don't need to be hanging out. Wait a minute. Did somebody say Rick Fox has it? But Rick Fox is mixed. He's not full black. Y'all know that, right? He's not full black, I don't think. In immigration and closure, yeah, I'm waiting to see it because I'm and then for me, like, I'm wondering, with schools closing, you guys, the first thing I'm thinking about is the kids that are in special ed, that are on the autism spectrum and everything, and now how they're going to handle that with those children. You know what I mean? It's going to be a lot of parents that are going to be losing their minds. That's what I thought. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying he's not black. He's just not fully black. And it's so ironic how people were going off about Vanessa Williams back in the day when when all that scandal happened with her, but both of her parents are black. She's a sister, 100%. She just light skinned and got light colored eyes, but so do her parents. Hey, Heaven Sent. Yeah, there's going to be video conferencing for a lot of things. Wow. I mean, you guys know I work for a company where the majority of us are telecommute. But I think with this coronavirus, a lot of the people that are in the job, that are in the offices, are working from home. They're giving them the option to work from home because our company policy is if you live within 50 miles of an office, you're supposed to go into the office unless you are in upper management, which I am. So even if I lived within the area of one of the offices, I still wouldn't have to go into the office. But they're making it available to, like, you know, some of our other staff that are in the offices. But there's certain staff that they have to be in the office, like because they work in a vault. And they're probably in the most safest environment because they have so many safeties and everything. I visited that vault when I was in that office, and they have a lot of safety things. But yeah, everyone needs to be restricting their movements. I mean, you really, really do. Today it was pouring down rain here. I mean, all day long, guys. I'm still talking, but y'all know I'm across the room again. It was pouring down from this. It started like probably mid-morning, and literally it was raining until about 4 o'clock this afternoon. It was raining up until about 4 o'clock this afternoon. But I'm coming back, guys. Just give me a second. I have to get everybody's stuff set up for them because that's my job. And then they can take it from there. And I see that, okay, David, that means you're not going to get a hamburger bun, right? Because you already had yours. Okay? That's cool. But this whole thing is getting crazy. Did the music stop? Did the music stop? It sure did. The music stopped. Y'all know how I am. I can't have it. I can't have dead air. I can't do that to y'all. I can't do that to y'all at all. I turned it off. I'll get them out in a minute. Who just came in? Is related to Rick Fox. Ah, your ex. Yeah, that's what I said. I didn't think that he was. You know, I figured he was. I thought he was mixed. That's what I remember about Rick Fox is that he is mixed. Y'all know. You know us black folk. We always want to know if somebody's full black or not. Like it really makes any difference, but for some people it does. You know. For some people, it does. To me, black is black. You know, if you identify and, you know, I think his father is black, though. So I think it's his mother that's the one of mixed heritage, if I'm not mistaken, in regards to Rick Fox. I got the music back on, guys. So I don't have y'all over there listening to dead air when I'm across the room, but I know y'all can hear me because I always listen back to these things. I may sound lower, but I'm still there. I'll be back over there in just 1 second. I gotta get these men folk some food. Because you know, kings like to eat. And I've had them waiting tonight. But I would say people that have to go into homes and do home care, we really need to be, you know, keeping those people lifted up because, you know, the health professionals, the problem is that some of them are getting sick too. They're getting sick, and then, you know, I still think that they are under-reporting how many people actually have this. I think they're putting down some people as having influenza or having a common cold when this is what they have. That's my thoughts in regards to it. That's my thoughts. I'm gonna give you the one that you had, David. You're gonna have the one you have, Paige. That's my thoughts in regards to it. Now, of course, I could be wrong, but I just think that it's being underreported. I think that it's being undertested for, and oh, it's over here. And I don't think we have the real number. I don't think we have the real number. I think the number we have right now is lower than what it's going to actually turn out to be as far as the cases. I don't think a lot of people have been tested that should be tested. I don't think doctors are getting all of the patients that need to get tested for in there. And I think that it's already started to become a community thing that's spreading throughout the community, because we're getting a lot more cases of people who don't appear to be in contact with anybody who travels outside of the country. So, you know, that's why I think that it's just going completely to the left. To the left, to the left, to the left. And I'm not sure that the U.S. health system is going to be able to handle it. I'm not sure if they can handle it. I know Baylor University claims that they were working on something. Personally, I think that we need to find out what the heck South Korea's been doing. That's what I think. Hey, Uppity Unicorn, I saw that you accepted the challenge. I am going to go look at it as soon as I get off the live stream. Bill Gates. And I follow him. I must have missed that one. But y'all know what my feelings were. I really think that because of the stuff that we did as a country to them last year, it is, everybody needs to take care of themselves, you know, and use wisdom. Well, I rebuke the thought that this will take over 200 million people. But I think there's going to be more cases of it. Exactly, Miss Mahogany. I rebuke that. I rebuke what he said. You know? But y'all see what's happening in Italy? Their health system is crumbling. They can't handle this. They have people sitting out in the hallway waiting because they don't have a bed for them. That's what's going on in Italy. We got to hope that when more cases start pouring in other parts of the country, that our health departments can handle it. Because really right now, I think it's every state, city for themselves. There's no confidence in the federal government on this. None whatsoever. And the president needs to stop patronizing the country. It needs to be upfront and transparent. I'd rather him say he doesn't know what the hell is going on. He doesn't know how to, and they have no clue how to get rid of this. I'd rather him be honest and say that than it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. I know we have a small population of people who are infected. But the thing is that the numbers are growing because in California, yesterday was like 111. Today it's 200. Just saying. It doubled. It almost doubled in this state. And my understanding is that it's worse in New York. When you take upstate New York and put the city together. But we as citizens have to, obviously take the steps that we need to take. But the onslaught of hand sanitizer and all that stuff, that's just crazy. Yes, you need to keep your hands clean, but you don't need all that hand sanitizer. And really, to be perfectly honest with you, putting your hands under some water and using soap is a better cleaner than hand sanitizer. I'm just saying. Hand sanitizer is for the people too lazy to go wash their hands. I said it. No, National Guard hasn't been called out anywhere yet. Exactly, 1SP. Soap and water. Obviously you want to keep all your surfaces cleaned down. If you can get your hands on some Lysol, use it. But if you can't get your hands on some Lysol, get some bleach. Clorox bleach. Yes. That works well too. And please make sure that you wash your hands for at least 20 seconds. And for those who don't know, Gloria Gaynor's giving you a little way to do it. You can sing the chorus to her song while you're washing your hands and soaping them down. And by the time you're finished, you will have done it. You will have been washing them for the minimum 20 seconds. I'm just saying. That's for the people who don't know how long 20 seconds is. You can just sing, I will survive. I don't want to get copyright strike. That's why I'm not going to sing it. I'm eating French fries, y'all. Yeah. Keep everything, try to, not have stuff laying around. Wash dishes often. Don't let dishes sit in the sink and stuff. I'm washing dishes all the time, keeping the sink clear. I would prefer to just be a dishwasher girl right now, but can't do that. Can't have dishes sitting in the dishwasher. Just got to wash them and get them out of here. And everybody invest in some gloves. Hey, Paul. Yeah, they're good, but the thing is that please don't put hand sanitizers in lieu of soap and water. Soap and water is really the best. If you're out and you're not near a bathroom where you can use soap and water, that's of course. But I don't want people just using hand sanitizers and not washing their daggone hands. Because there are people who do that. They never wash their hands. Well, this is the perfect time for people to do your spring cleaning and get everything cleared out, get all the dust out, wipe down all the surfaces, and do that on a regular basis. Make sure you stock up on your cleaners. And like I said, if you can get the Lysol, great. But I promise you, bleach works too. Yeah, because we all know that this is a virus that's been here before. It's just a stronger strain now. So that's what we're dealing with. But I think that if people do what they should do, get themselves checked out if they need to get checked out, use good, practices in washing hands often, washing your face when you get home, those kind of things, And some people are even saying that when the kids get home, you should make them take off the clothes that they wore to school and take a warm shower and put on different clothes, and then you take those clothes that they had on and immediately put them, wash them. I'm just saying, I heard that from another YouTuber. She was going over her cleaning policies. I think that, people just have to change some of their practices. If you're a really friendly person, like my son likes to shake everybody's hand. That's how he says hello. So now I have to get him into doing the fist bump, or or do the or give them his elbow, so that he's not shaking too many people's hands. I don't know where they've been. That's the way I have to think about it now. I mean, even at church, because a lot of people are around people, and you just don't know, because once again, hardly anybody's getting tested. That's one of the reasons why I think we don't have more cases. Yeah, you can always say hi. Hi, wave from across the room. Hey, John Pex, how are you? Yeah, I'm just surprised that New York and Los Angeles public schools haven't started to make some arrangements. Then those are the number one and two school districts in the country. And I understand why it's going to take them a little longer, because it's a whole lot more students in both of these school districts. But they're also in the demographics, of places where that have been hit hard with this coronavirus. So I think that the New York public schools are probably taking the same precautions right now, trying to figure out the logistics of how they're going to do this. But I would be highly surprised if they don't all start pushing spring break earlier and then just extending it. Instead of 1 week, be out for 2 weeks. And hopefully that's they don't have to have the kids out for longer than that, but you just don't know. Well, see, here's the thing. You've got people who have allergies, because it's allergy season too. So a lot of people are congested because of allergies. And you always have to say, look, this is just my allergies. I don't have a cold. I'm not, but I understand, people going to look at you sideways no matter what. Right now. Yeah, you can. Maybe that's why all the people are buying all this toilet paper. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You can use other things. You do not have to, because for anybody trying to get Lysol, yeah. I don't even know if it's still on the shelves anywhere. And please don't go on Amazon to try to get it. They're just trying to price gouge on there. If you can't find it locally, use bleach. Just use bleach. You'll be fine. It's just, everybody's got to be cleaner than they normally are. And if you're already, somebody who's, like Naomi Campbell, then you're miles ahead of the rest of us. Exactly. And that's the thing, is that people don't think they're sick. But even if you have a common cold, stay home. Don't go to work right now. Or elect to work remotely. A lot of companies are giving that election right now. They're flexing the remote policy so that they don't have as many people in the offices. Or they're having people do flex time, where you have half the people in the office 1 week and the other half working remotely, and then they switch it. They're doing whatever they need to do, but you have some jobs that you can't do remotely. If you work in a restaurant and you're a cook, or if you work for a catering company, you can't do that remotely. You actually have to be on site to do the job. And I know a lot of people that work in the food industry are hurting right now, because nobody's eating out. Nobody's going out. Nobody's ordering food. We're cooking everything ourselves. Is there any cases in Greenland? I haven't heard of anything in Greenland, Iceland, but not Greenland. And you know, I haven't heard of any cases in Alaska. Did y'all see Sarah Palin on The Masked Singer last night singing "Baby Got Back" by Sir Mix-a-Lot? And she knew all the words. She knew all the words. It was hilarious, y'all. It was hilarious. Yeah, Greenland probably is safe. It's cold as heck, though. But yeah, I haven't heard of any. I haven't heard of any in like Alaska. But this virus supposedly works better in cooler areas. So they're hoping that as it warms up, it'll die and go away. That's what they're hoping. But it's not that cold in Southern California. I mean, we've had some days up to 80 while this virus has been going around. So, I don't know. I don't know if warm weather is going to make it go away. Hey, Zero. Oh, yeah, I know. Because she knew all the lyrics to Baby Got Back. And she switched it to talking about the man has back versus, versus the woman. She switched the lyrics up. It was funny. See, they haven't really, I haven't really heard that much about in Central California, like Bakersfield and moving on up Kern County and everything. Nada. And Terry's in the Sacramento area, and they're stepped up in that. But I would say, Tatted Hearts, that based on what Governor Newsom is saying, that take whatever precaution you guys feel necessary. But hopefully they don't get any cases in the central in the valley. Oh, that would be horrible. You guys, think about it. We have so things that people are going to be growing, the agriculture and everything. It's going to affect the food chain. Because if people get sick, they can't be out there planting stuff now, can they? We don't want them coughing on the plants and therefore getting it on the crops. See, now y'all have me thinking about everything. Because like California has, we have an agriculture, and that's generally in the north, up in Northern California, and then Central California. Yeah, because they still have 4-H. They still have the 4-H club, like in the central part of California. Fresno, not that. They know what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about animals. I'm talking about plants. I'm talking about if somebody is a worker and they are, working in the fields. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about animals. I was talking about oranges, grapes, avocados. Those things that grow here in this climate in California. Up in Northern California, you have, a lot of some of the wine vineyards got burnt in the fires last year, but they grow grapes and stuff up there too. I'm talking about that kind of stuff. Yeah, I'm not talking about the animals. You know, I'm not talking about, you know, chickens and cows and stuff. But I mean, you guys know that there was they just had a recall on mushrooms because some that were sold, I think up until November of last year, from a place that's local here to Southern California, Montebello. Yeah, they had wisteria. People have died from these mushrooms. I think there's some type of Asian mushroom that are imported. Don't know where they came from. They don't have the coronavirus on them. But trust me, wisteria is worse. It's food poisoning. Wow, so Sacramento schools are going to close now. That's why I'm surprised that they haven't closed LA Unified, but I think that they are going to close LA Unified. I think they're just trying to get all their ducks in a row as to how to do it. You know? And I think that's probably the same thing that's going on with the New York school district. Because you're talking about the number 1 and the number 2 school districts as far as size. DC list. Yeah, listeria is deadly. That's what I'm telling you. It gets on, you know, and some people have died from it. From these mushrooms. So there's other stuff that's floating around, but you know, we all understand that this is biological warfare. This is biological and chemical warfare. Somebody's testing this out on the population. It's being tested out on the world right now. It's being tested out on the world. That's my theory. That's what I think. I don't know. But I'm just saying, y'all. Because now China seems to have a handle on what's going on over there, and so does South Korea. Meanwhile, people are sitting in hallways over in Italy because their health system is about to collapse. From 7,500 cases. And I think it's gone up to about 11,000. Some crazy number in Italy. And I mean, the guy that used to be on New York Housewives, Joe, got deported back to Italy. He showed on his Instagram like earlier this week that the city that he's in is like a ghost town. Nobody comes out. Everybody's inside. So is it going to get like that in cities like New York, in Los Angeles? You know, I mean, they're counseling all kinds of stuff. You know, how long is it going to be where they tell people stay home unless you know, for non-essential travel, to keep this thing contained so that you don't get sick, so that you don't get it. You know what I mean? Wow. Well, if you're at San Jose, I think I think it's probably going to happen because Elk Grove is up that way. That's further north there. But I think they're probably waiting to see what San Francisco's going to do in San Jose. Because they're right across the and what about Oakland? Alameda County. The Alameda School District. They're going to have to figure something out, though. Well, they're going to have some type of vaccine, they say, by the end of the year or by next school season. So by January or something, which is very quick. But, I don't do shots. I don't do the flu shot. I'm not doing these shots. I don't trust these shots because I usually end up getting whatever they're trying to not help me to not get. So I'm cool on them with that. But I'm not saying other people shouldn't get it if that makes them, comfortable, because I'm not in the age range. They keep changing the age range. Some places are 50, but what I'm hearing is people 65 and older really need to worry. And we're really talking about people, that are older than that. I mean, yes. And the president, you guys know that 45 was around somebody who is confirmed to have this. Why hasn't he got tested? And they were on the same plane with him. So they're saying that Air Force One is probably compromised because of that. Yep. Now they already said it'll be back. Well, see, that's what I'm saying, Matt. With most of these things, they get, viruses start to change to the point where they can be immune to whatever it is that we come up with. There's still no guarantee with what they come up with, because you're very right. This strain is different from all the other corona, that was around. The coronavirus that was around before is considered a common cold. This is not, because it doesn't act the same way. So something's different about this one. And apparently it's not that easy. They're not properly diagnosed. And I mean, you can't go if somebody has a fever. Get the heck out of here with that. Most of the people who are positive for it are non-symptomatic. They're non-symptomatic. So Elk Grove is over there by you, Terry, and yeah, and they're closing down their schools. Yeah, they're closed. That was the first California school district to shut down. They're saying they're gonna move spring break a week earlier, so I think they're gonna be closed as of Monday next week. Oh, they used to be part of a SAC. I didn't know that. Oh, I know we'll get through this. And it's just, for some people, it's just we have to change, certain habits and things that we normally are used to doing this time. Like people who usually order DoorDash and Uber Eats and Grubhub. Well, this is not the time to do that. Better learn how to cook if you don't already know how. And then obviously anything that you bring in from the stores, we know you You're supposed to wash, the fruits and vegetables.
You
We know that, don't we? We know that. Yeah, we know that. So I think we'll be okay. But it's, see, unlike Ebola, which pretty much, for the most part, did stay on the continent, this did not stay in China. It's all over the freaking world. Oh, except for the continent. Except for that one case, the guy that got it in Italy and took it back to South Africa. Nobody else in South Africa has it. So, But we've been on here for our hour, guys. So I'm going to come on before we get off. I thank everybody for being here. My chat's growing. Yay. Let me come on. So y'all see me. So y'all know I'm here. Hey, everybody. Yeah, my hair's down tonight. I have the braids down tonight. Hope everybody is doing well. I hope all of you guys are staying healthy. Don't catch a common cold like I did. But my lungs are clear. I can breathe. Now I'm dealing with my allergies because it's weather. Windy one day, the next day it's raining. The next day it's back to being cold and windy. And I think we have more rain coming. Probably by next week. But thank you guys for being here tonight. I'll be back on tomorrow. Either tomorrow or Saturday, I will be releasing another vlog. There'll be another vlog coming up, and this one will be a spoken word. So I will see you guys tomorrow night, though. And Terry, tell me when you're going to be ready. Maybe next week we'll do the PLO stuff. Maybe we'll keep that for next week. But just, get back to me either, on Facebook or on here. All right, guys. So as always, before I leave you guys, I want to offer you guys peace and blessings. Namaste from the West Side. Everybody, please be safe. I don't want nobody catching this. Just use your wisdom with everything, and be safe. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, because I'm sure there'll be another update, because this is just crazy. But I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.